Sitting here reading things that are said about Biden. One of the ones that touched my heart the most is when these nasty people come in and they say, but Biden gave one son so much attention and ignored the other and his daughter. Biden knew his son was dying. Biden knew he had limited time on this earth. I have a son. I have two sons. One who has gone through 3 brain surgeries, 2 of them at one time, because he had aneurysms that burst in his brain. First one happened when he was 7. Second time it started, he was 17. Did I give him a little more attention? Yeah. Why? Because I was told that once he has the third one, he won't be around anymore. And that will happen during my lifetime. It's a high chance of that. If I'm lucky, it won't. But that's very slim. So did I pay a little more attention to him? Yeah. Because I don't know when I'm going to have to say goodbye to him. Every day I sit here. I listen to my phone. I wonder, when's that call coming? My children and I don't get along the best. There's problems. Just like everybody else. That doesn't mean I don't love them. It doesn't mean that I don't sit here every day wondering when I'm going to get that call. So yeah, Biden gave Beau a little more attention. And I'm sure Hunter and his daughter did too. Because when you don't know when they're going to be gone, that's all you can do. So why don't you nasty little people out there put yourself in his shoes? Ask yourself, what would you do if you knew one of your child, one of your children was destined to die before you? You know the others are going to be there long after you're gone from this earth. That one child that I gave birth to, that one child is going to leave before me. So why don't you find something else to pick on him about? Oh, Hunter had a cocaine problem. Well, just like my older son, when you're having troubles dealing with some things, you do some bad things. My oldest boy, for a while there, was having problems with alcohol. So Biden dealt with it. That doesn't make him a bad man. It makes him a broken heart. I can tell you right now, every question he asks himself after his son died, I can tell you right now, every question he wondered after he found out that Hunter had a drug problem. And the biggest question he's ever asked himself was, what did I do? Was it my fault? Could I done anything to change it? How can I stop it? Can I fix it? And the final thing he would have done is looked up to heaven and said, oh God, take me instead of my son. Because I pray that every day. Every day that I wait for that to ring, I pray, God, take me instead of my son. And I'm not the only woman out here or the only parent out here who understands what Biden went through and how much heart pain it caused in the family. And what other problems that may have stemmed from that. There's plenty of you out there who are in the same shoes as me, or in the same shoes Biden was. I'm at least lucky I didn't have one child already die on me. Remember, Biden used to would have had 4 kids, or at the very least 3, if things in his life didn't happen the way they did. But he made through it. And he stood up. And he served our country to try and do what was best for our country. Did he make deals? Did he compromise? Yeah. Because he'd rather have had a united nation than a divided one. Did he always like the things that he had to do? No, he didn't. But he did it for you. 47 years you say he did nothing. But not a one of you willing to look at his record. He passed bills to protect your wives and your daughters. And you kick him like he's an unwanted dog. While you laugh at Trump's feet, who has done nothing but give to his rich buddies. And you all claim this is because of birth, abortion. But you be silent at the children on the border, especially the ones who die. You shut your eyes at the women having their uterus pulled out. So it's not really about abortion, is it? It's about your ability to use your religion, your beliefs to control others. It has nothing to do with abortion. Because I know each and every single solitary one of you. or at least 90%. If you knew there was a test out there that could tell if your child would be born LGBTQ or not, you would have no problem having an abortion. Not one. In fact, you close your eyes to thousands of abortions done a year in the name of giving birth to a child for a mother who was sterile or had a husband that was sterile in a fertility clinic. Your cries about abortion has nothing to do with the child's life. Because if it did, you wouldn't do the things you're doing to living children. Instead of doing it to a child who is going to be born with horrific birth defects and live the rest of its life in some mental institution or institution somewhere on government money, where that institution just might neglect him, just might abuse him, and because of it, kill him. Oh, but that don't matter to you. It don't matter to you that some 11-year-old girl had her daddy get her pregnant, and she's got a very large chance that she's gonna die if she carries that baby. That don't matter to you. It's that unborn baby. And that unborn baby's going to be born with birth defects and end up in some institution somewhere that most white people will not adopt because it's not perfect. So keep spewing your bullcrap. Trump isn't your great God. Trump isn't anything. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If he has any chance in hell of winning this election without cheating, he gets in office again, he no longer has to worry about your vote. And you will let loose a monster. I know his type. I have been abused by his type all my life. So yeah, keep your crap up and see where it gets you. I just pray to God that Biden wins. Because at least he understands what people like me are going through. Trump don't understand anything but his own greed. Any tax break he gave to the rich, he gave it to the rich because it benefited him. Any deductions on properties he gave to the rich, he gave to the rich because it benefited him. That's why he minused out the deductions from middle class and lower class homeowners and teachers. Because those didn't benefit him. Just the ones that he could use in his golf courses and motels. Those benefited him. And if you take a look at anything he did, including rolling back environmental protections, he did because it benefits him. Not you, not me, not this nation, not the earth. Him. And you're too blind to see that. You're too dumb to look up the facts. And that's on you. You want to complain about Biden's record? Go ahead. But first look up the facts. And then leave his family alone. Because you haven't gone through what he has. I'm going through enough, and I still haven't gone through as much as he has. And what I'm going through breaks my heart as is. Leave his family alone. That or you start taking a look at Ivanka and her 7 contracts with China that were fast-tracked after Daddy became president and gave her a place in the White House. Biden never gave one of his kids a place in the White House, and he never will. You take a look at what Kushner has done and how he has benefited from being in the White House. You take a look at his son, Don Jr., and how he has benefited. And then you shut your damn mouth because you're nothing but a hypocrite. Straight up and plain. You are nothing but a low-life hypocrite. And leave Biden's family alone.